What is going on, gentlemen? This is Kevin with Optimized Essentials, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about NoFap and semen retention attraction, why you'll become more sexually attractive to women when you're doing NoFap and semen retention properly, okay? The key word here is properly, because a lot of guys online on Facebook, if you haven't joined my Facebook group already, Sexual Transmutation Mastery, but other groups that I'm part of on Facebook, when I've posted about NoFap and semen retention, have called it bullshit or have ridiculed it or made fun of it that, oh, you don't become more attractive to women while you're on NoFap and semen retention. There's no science. What's the science, brah? There's no science behind it. Look, guys, if you are the intellectual left brain type of guy where it's like, oh, show me the research, and you have fucking, pimples all over your face and you look ugly as shit, right? Or you're fat as fuck. Or even if you're some meathead at the gym who's pretty ripped, but you just don't see the purpose in NoFap or retaining or abstaining from sex, then this isn't for you, okay? This is for the guys who know deep down inside that busting a nut, ejaculating too much is causing them to be weaker as a man, okay? If you aren't sold on the idea that retaining your semen or retaining your seed or engaging in NoFap will make you more attractive to women, then this video isn't for you. Or maybe you want to just hear what I have to say, but to each their own. So without further ado, let me explain my case in terms of why NoFap and semen retention will make you more attractive to women, okay? The very first thing that comes to my mind when I talk about NoFap and semen retention, right, is the preservation of your life force energy. And the easiest way to understand this and to test it out on yourself is to be the research, be the case study, right? Make it N=1. Make it an anecdotal research study, okay? What I want you to do, right, instead of trying to look for the research and all this other bullshit, fap off, right? Meaning go watch porn and then bust your nut, not just once, but try to go for 2 to 3 times. 3 times, I would say. Try to bust your nut for 3 times in a day, okay? Typically, most guys maybe just do it like once a day or maybe once every few days. What I'm encouraging you to do now is do it for 3 times a day and do it for a week straight, okay? So a total of 21 times. 3 times per day for a total of 7 days, okay? If you want the research, you be the research, okay? Notice, take note of how do you feel physically? How do you feel mentally, emotionally? How do you feel energetically? What do you feel? For me, when I tried to do this research study, I didn't do it 3 times a day. I only made it up for like 3 days before I started my most recent streak. I made it up to 3 days of doing it once a day. And by the 3rd day, I was like, okay, I'm physically feeling like I'm getting weaker, okay? And then once I made that realization, I wanted to, because I contrasted it, and I want you guys to make the realization. Now compare it to how you feel when you're on 2 weeks versus how you're on semen retention starting at 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks of no fapping off, no busting your nut. And then analyze, how do you feel when you're abstaining? How do you feel when you're holding in your nut, right? From 2 weeks to 1 month to 2 months to 3 months, etc. Pay attention to how do you feel when you've busted your nut versus when you're abstaining. Now, here's the thing. I haven't got to why it makes you more attractive. For most guys, if they're doing this correctly, they'll realize very quickly that there's something different about their energy, right? There's something different about the way they feel on a vibrational sense. If they're sensitive, maybe they have more courage, more confidence, more drive, more motivation. It just feels like there's more oomph in their life, right? And there's more sexual energy flowing through you, okay? And this is where we're going to talk about sexual attraction. The same way certain women can tell when a fruit is sweet by looking at it, sensing the life within it, just kind of like holding it in their hands and kind of getting an idea of like, wow, this is nice and plump, nice and sweet, right? is the same way women can sense when a man is full of life force energy, okay? And if you think this is kind of woo-woo, right? I'll flip it around for the male's perspective. When a woman is fertile, meaning it's that time of the month, not her period, where she's ovulating, right? When she's fertile and she's ovulating, most guys on a subconscious level, they might not consciously know because they're stuck in their head. You know, most guys are stuck in their head and detached from their body. On a subconscious level, their body will pick up on women who are ovulating, who are fertile. And not just that, if you don't think it's like, oh, you know, I don't know about that. Well, let's just look at it on a more even basic standpoint. Women who are fertile, women who are ovulating, behave differently than when they're not ovulating, okay? Look this stuff up. If you want the research, look this stuff up. Look up how women act when they're fertile, right? I forgot what they say, but it has something to do with their behavior and what they're projecting, right? It's almost like a subconscious signal that like I'm fertile and I'm ready to be fertilized, right? So from a female point of view or female perspective or from a female example, women, when they're ovulating, even when it's the time of the month when they're having a period, some of them get PMS, right? Their hormones affect their behaviors. When they're ovulating, they give off a vibe or they act in a way that lets guys know I'm ovulating, right? So when guys are on NoFap and semen retention for at least 2 weeks, because that's usually when the benefits start to come in, for at least 2 weeks, up to a month, up to 2 months, up to 3 months, and it starts to build up sexual energy or even masculine energy within their body, that's when they begin to shift in terms of their behavior, their vibrational frequency, their sexual attractiveness, their masculinity, right? But this, again, has to be combined with proper lifestyle choices, such as working out, doing breath work, eating good food, getting enough sleep, etc. Right? It needs to be combined with proper lifestyle choices, which is why, shameless plug, I talk about it in my program, Sexual Manifestation. In order to transmute sexual energy properly, you need to know how to work out. You need to have a higher purpose. You need to eat properly. There's high vibrational foods you can eat to amplify your sexual energy even more because your sexual energy is directly converted from the foods you eat. And if you're eating shitty foods, then your sexual energy is going to be chaotic. You're going to have uncontrollable sexual urges. And as a result, you're going to relapse, right? You're not going to be able to stay on track. And then also, if you don't have a higher purpose, something to give your energy to or give another outlet to, then eventually you're just going to be on that cycle, that loop of getting on a few days, a few weeks, and then stopping until the benefits fully come in, okay? So check out my program, shameless plug. But back to sexual attraction. Why does it make you more attractive? Because the essence of our life, the essence of our being, the essence of who we are as humans is energetic energy, right? We're energetic beings. If you have more life force within you, if you have more life force energy within your body, you don't just become attractive to women. You become attracted to everyone, okay? Literally. I don't want to toot my own horn, but when I go into the gym or when I'm at certain grocery stores or when I'm walking out, there's a noticeable difference when I'm on NoFap and semen retention, because I've done it enough times to know. When you compare the sensation of your energy and the type of vibe you carry when you're busting your nut 3 times a day, 4 times a day, or multiple times within a week, versus what you feel like and how you behave like, and the vibe you carry and walk around with when you're on it for more than a few weeks, people respond to you differently, okay? Because there is more radiance, there is more glow, there's more ojas within you, and because of this, women and other people, all humans, respond to this because it's a universal law of creation, okay? The same way a baby, or the same example, let's use the example of a baby versus an adult, who has more life force energy? Well, if they're both healthy, the adult, right, because it's larger in mass, right, larger in the size of the body, and the cells within the baby versus the human, right, the grown adult, this one can carry more life force energy. So when you put a baby, right, next to a human who radiates more, who puts out more electricity, well, obviously it's going to be the human. But when you combine sexual energy, when you combine sexual transmutation, when you combine NoFap and semen retention, now this human, this male especially, is charged up with vigor and vitality, with aggression, with masculine behavior and traits and characteristics that make him more attractive to women, right? And I share these examples in my program in sexual transmutation, sexual manifestation. So in the free course, you can get that for free. You can read about it. You can check it out. But what I talk about is examples within nature, okay? Bees, they have mechanoreceptors, little hairs within their body that can pick up on the emission of flowers, right? The flowers will let the bees know, or at least there's a vibrational frequency that comes off from the flower that has a lot of pollen or that's ready to be pollinated. And then the bees will pick up on that based on the vibrations. You can look this one up because there's science behind this one. You can look that one up and how they pick up on the vibrational frequency of which flowers have more pollen or are more suitable to what they're looking for, right? So when a flower is full of life or full of semen, so to say, obviously flowers don't have semen, but when a flower is full and it's ready to be pollinated, it emits a vibrational frequency for the bee to extract the pollen, right? When a man is full of life force and full of jing and full of semen, the woman subconsciously responds to the male the same way we respond to her when she's ovulating, okay? It is like nature, it is law, it is something you cannot escape. But the key is you have to do it properly, right? For all the guys who get on NoFap and semen retention and say, oh, there's no benefits, it's because their diet is shit. They're probably not doing breath work. They're probably not working out. And they just aren't in touch with their body. Because if you do this properly, your system's regulated, your energy is flowing, you will become more magnetic. You will become more attractive, okay? And I created a video on how NoFap and semen retention will get you a girlfriend. So if you haven't seen that already, check that one out. I talk about my experience when I first did it, how I got a girlfriend, some other experiences of other guys. And then I also, hopefully by the time you watch this, have filmed the video on masculine energy, how to increase it, how to develop it, what it is. And then also, I also filmed another one about the alpha omega male, right? Because NoFap and semen retention is what will get you in the door in terms of your energy. But what will keep you there, what will allow people to stay with you or be attracted to you continuously is how you behave and how you operate from a professional, from a personal, from a spiritual standpoint, okay? So if you only just do NoFap and semen retention, but you don't have the other stuff dialed down, like you're not focused on your career, you're not focused on becoming a better man, you're not focused on personal development, well, you're gonna fall off path and nothing is really gonna matter, okay? So check those videos out in terms of how to develop and increase your masculine energy, what it is, if you have no idea of how it even works, and then how NoFap and semen retention will get you a girlfriend. But long story short, that's pretty much all I wanted to share. You become more attractive to women because there's more life force energy within your body that they can sense, that they can smell, right? Their ovaries are attracted to you. And if that sounds too esoteric or woo-woo to believe, just know that when you retain, your body has more energy because it's not wasting it, right? Semen is the last layer that your body goes through in order to form, right? It goes through many layers, as I've mentioned before with nutrition. The moment you put food into your body, it goes through 7 layers before it becomes semen. So it's an expensive process to make semen. So when you have more energy on your inside of your body, similar to when you fast, and your body doesn't have to waste its energy on doing these metabolic processes, meaning it doesn't have to process the food, digest the food, etc. Well, now it has spare energy it can use everywhere else for repair, for cleaning up dead cells, autophagy, etc. When you do NoFap and semen retention, your body now has more energy on board because it's not constantly leaking out energy, the most expensive form of energy. And because you have more energy in your body, arguably you have higher levels of hormones, higher levels of testosterone, and these hormones inevitably affect your behavior as a man. And if you're healthy, then you can also go as far to extrapolate to you have more masculine energy within your body because you're not constantly leaking and wasting it. And because you have more masculine energy within your body, you polarize the feminine energy, and then you become irresistibly attractive to women. And not just that, you become irresistibly attractive to multiple people, men included. If not, they'll respect you because they know that you're doing something different and you have a more calibrated nervous system, energetic system, and subconsciously, everybody knows, but consciously, only you know, okay? So that's all, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like, a thumbs up, comment down below to help boost algorithm, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of my stuff. Get the free course on sexual transmutation if you want to learn about it. The 2-hour masterclass training. All the links are down below. Get coaching if you want help. Get the full course if you're wanting to do independent study and learn how to master your sexual urges, learn how to master your nutrition, learn how to master breath work, training, programming subconscious, etc. Best investment you'll make in your life. Get the course, Sexual Manifestation, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.